Two of the biggest tours on the planet are going head-to-head this summer, Harry Styles and BTS. Both are filling arenas across the globe, but they create different ripple effects on hotel markets. So we pulled the data to find out who moves the needle more for hoteliers and what should you be doing about it. We'll be looking at bench direct data from Lighthouse from the past 6 months. We'll focus on data for each tour's opening city, Amsterdam for Harry Styles and Seoul for BTS, as well as 2 shared markets where both acts will be performing, New York and London. So let's start with lead time pricing. This chart shows hotel price evolution in Amsterdam and Seoul for each tour's opening night. And just be mindful that pricing is shown here in US dollars so we can compare pricing across these markets with different currencies. Both tours were announced just days apart in January. BTS on the 13th, Harry Styles on the 22nd, and both markets reacted, but not uniformly. Amsterdam started climbing right around 115 days out, almost exactly when the tour was announced, and surged from around $377 to past $477 in just 10 days. Pricing eclipsed the $500 price point on a few occasions, and more or less continues to hover in the high 400s, with weeks still to go before the tour opens on May 16th. Now, the BTS concert is actually in Goyang, about 25 kilometers outside of Seoul. Goyang has limited hotel supply and it fills up fast. Even the official BTS concert hotel packages are with hotels in Seoul with shuttles to the venue. So Seoul is the right market to watch for lead time pricing. Seoul starts moving around 85 days out and also climbs a bit more gradually, so moving from around the $200 mark at the 85-day lead time point to about $300 by the 40-day lead time mark. So the same $100 jump that Amsterdam experienced in 10 days took Seoul about 45 days, though of course, to be fair, the $100 increase in Seoul does represent a bigger increase on a percentage basis. Amsterdam is also a smaller hotel market, perhaps enabling hoteliers in Amsterdam to drive rates a bit more. Next up, New York City. Harry Styles is doing a 30-night residency, playing every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday from August 26th through October 31st. BTS is in and out in 2 nights on August 1st and 2nd. Direct channel booking conversion is 4.2% for Harry Styles and 4.6% for BTS, both up from a 2.9% baseline. And this makes sense. Travelers for an event like this typically arrive at your hotel's website and booking engine with higher intent. Length of stay is where BTS really separates itself, 6.4 nights versus 3.7 nights for Harry Styles and 2.6 nights for our baseline dataset. BTS draws a heavily international fan base who generally aren't flying to New York for 2 nights and going home. They are building a vacation around it. London tells a similar story, but even bigger conversion, 6.3% for Harry Styles and 7.5% for BTS, both practically doubling the 3.5% baseline. BTS edges out ahead, perhaps because 2 nights on July 6th and 7th creates more urgency versus Harry Styles' longer run from June 12th through July 4th. Length of stay widens again, 5.1 nights for BTS versus 3.6 nights for Harry Styles, both considerably exceeding the 2.7 night baseline. This again further showcases just how important shows like this can be to a local economy, creating longer visits to the city and driving ancillary spend in the market. So, bottom line is this: major tours are a gift to hoteliers, but the playbook depends on the artist. Make sure you're pricing appropriately on your direct channel, knowing that visitors to your hotel's website that search for these dates are likely coming with higher intent. When you've got a long residency with a domestic fan base, start campaigns early and ride that booking window. When you've got a short run with an international fan base, stay nimble and lean into length of stay packages. An international fan base is likely to be more willing to stay longer, so market and price accordingly and offer package deals to lengthen stays and capture ancillary spend. Either way, the key is to know who is coming to your market and understand the fan base. It is critical to profit maximization. Thanks, as always, for tuning into the Spotlight Podcast. My name is Blake Reiter. This has been a pleasure, and we will be back next week with another Lighthouse Quick Take.